Hey everybody, I'm Steph.
I'm Michael.
Today we are checking out Exit the Game, the Advent Calendar.
From 2023.
Well, really 2022, but now it's released in the US for 2023.
Oh,
So we're like a whole year behind Europe.
got it. But this is called the Silent Storm.
Yes.
So what, do they have one this year?
Yeah.
That we don't have access to yet?
Right. Because that's in a different language.
Got it. So before we go any farther, we're not going to spoiler anything. So fear not. We might read the introduction.
Yeah.
But and we're gonna show everything.
We're gonna show you what we see when you open the box, but that's just.
But we're not gonna do any puzzles.
Not doing any puzzles.
So no spoilers needed. So, thanks to Cosmos for providing us this copy of the Exit Advent Calendar, The Silent Storm. But they didn't give it to us in exchange for this video. They gave it to us because they know we like to play all the games. So when you open up this Advent Calendar, and if you're like me, you don't really know how to open it, it opens up from the bottom here, and you'll open it up, and there will be 2 books inside that will
fall out like this.
That will fall out just like this. Ta-da!
Boom.
Just like this. So you will take the help book and game instructions and the storybook, and here is what you are going to need throughout the month. And look, it's full of puzzles.
Now, a lot of people don't advent calendars. You open day 1, you open day 2.
Yes.
This all works a little bit differently, but it's going to tell you in the storybook which ones you're going to be opening, because it doesn't have any numbers if you look close.
Now, notice there are symbols.
Yeah.
Sets of symbols that will tell you what to open.
So you're going to need to unlock things.
What symbols do you open? Well, to figure this out, there is a decoder table. You are going to need to cut out these red, blue, and yellow strips and then feed them through the little holes on the decoder table. Then what you're going to do is, whenever you come up with a solution, it's going to have a red, yellow, and blue code. You are going to slide everything so that it lines up. So your riddle code is there. It's going to come up with some sort of code. You're going to open up that next portion.
Yep.
So that is what this is for. So, there, obviously, behind all 24 doors, you're going to get more stuff, more things that you can use. I mean, you can hear things in there, right?
I do.
So
I don't hear jingle bells.
No jingle bells, though. It could be in other boxes.
That's true.
So, have you found the correct door? You're going to compare the 3 exit symbols that you have decoded with the target door, with the symbols on your decoder table. Do the exit symbols not matched? Make sure to check one more time. If you ever get stuck, make sure to take a look in the help book. For every riddle, there's going to be hints there that will help you out. Do they match and you've solved the riddle correctly? You've reached the next door. Write the next day's date in the space on the new door. Yes. Tomorrow, you will start your next riddle there, but only after you finish reading the next chapter in the storybook.
That's right.
You have to solve the riddles in order. If you're late, it's not a big deal. Just start off and read up to whatever today's date is.
Or if you're like me, your chocolate advent calendar is gone and it's already Christmas.
So, as you can see, there is inside the instruction manual, it will say help 1st of December. If you need the first clue, you're going to fold up a little portion. If you need the second clue, you're going to fold up more. And if you need the entire solution, you'll just lift the page all the way up and read what the solution is. And there's one of those for every single day. So, I will read to you from the storybook. This is the introduction. This is not December 1st. This is just the introduction. The harsh ice desert of the South Pole stretches almost infinitely, nothing but glittering ice crystals and white expanse as far as the eye can see. The whole area is silent, stark, and deserted. Well, actually, not the whole area. There, in the middle of this icy wasteland, stands a single, isolated house. Actually, the word house might be misleading because this is probably the strangest building you could ever imagine. It looks as though it could not decide whether to be a castle or a factory. Huge, half timbered walls surround the extensive, sprawling site. Spiral staircases wind around crooked towers. Oriels jut out in the craziest of places. Ropes are stretched around the building, along which pulleys rattle up and down. Above all of this madness, countless chimneys tower over the building, stretching up into the air in a disorderly manner. A hiker, should he ever get lost in this remote area, would probably stand open-mouthed and stare in amazement at this truly surprising sight, not least because of the magnificent fir trees that thrive in huge plant pots right in front of the building. Perhaps he would thoughtfully pluck a few icicles from his beard and mutter, "Goodness gracious, how do the trees manage to survive in such biting cold?" But firstly, a hiker would never happen to pass by this particular spot of the South Pole.
Oh.
And secondly, this is no ordinary building. Of course, it can only be Santa Claus's workshop, and as you know, he has some surprising tricks at his disposal.
It's true.
And there's a little asterisk next to the word tricks. At the bottom, it says, very few people remember when the Christmas workshops were located at the South Pole, though Santa Claus occasionally still rattles on enthusiastically about the adventures of that time over a cup of hot cocoa.
Delicious.
Inside, it's very busy, as is to be expected in December. There is crafting and carpentry, baking and sewing. Jelfia, are you there? Painting and varnishing, and above it all hangs the delicious scent of oven-fresh gingerbread and cinnamon stars. Hundreds of employees in numerous departments are working hard to ensure all the gifts are ready for the Christmas festivities. You are one of these employees. You have been employed here for many years and love this time of year. Everyone is really focused on their jobs, and the zeal and the anticipation is almost palpable. You are working hard at your workbench, carefully making the most wonderful children's toys. You screw together a wooden rocking horse and lovingly smooth out the last splinters with sandpaper. Putting the toy aside, you head to the side table to get a steaming cup of hot tea when rums! A tremendous vibration hits the building. Wrenches, hammers, and nails fall from the bench, banging and clinking together. The ground trembles and seems to roll under your feet. Desperately, you try to hold on to something, but everything falls, sliding and rolling over the floor. In a panic, you crawl under your workbench. What did I tell you to do with an earthquake? Hide under the desk. That's what I said. And hide your head in your arms. What on earth is happening? In addition to the earthquake, a violent snowstorm suddenly seems to sweep over the building, shaking the wooden planks. How can this be? This morning, there was absolutely nothing to indicate such a change in the weather, and now, suddenly, huge amounts of snow are falling from the heavens. With sudden realization, you rush across the swaying floor to the window and secure the wooden shutters. You don't know how long it will withstand the mass of snow, though. Then you duck back to your workbench, protecting yourself from falling objects as best you can. When the earthquake seems to subside somewhat, you venture out into the hallway, where chaos reigns. Your colleagues run around in a mad panic. What has happened? Was that an earthquake? What should we do? That's no normal storm. Fear and helplessness are spreading. Benno, an older colleague, comes up to you and reminds you that you are the company's safety officer. Gosh, that's correct. You had completely forgotten. Normally, your task consists of showing the others once a year where to find the first aid kit, and to train them in what to do in the case of a purely theoretical fire. Who could have guessed that there would ever be a situation like this? We have to prevent panic from breaking out here in the corridors. Benno's words tear you from your thoughts. Shall I take the others to the staff room in the basement? It's reasonably safe there. You should look for the boss and find out what's going on here. You nod uneasily and watch, stunned, as your colleague shepherds the staff in the direction of the stairs. As he leaves, he turns to you again. And remember that in a few minutes the locking mechanism will kick in. Good luck.
Good luck.
Bye.
Bye.
Luck, you'll need it. You rush back to your workroom and hastily clear space on your table to spread out the worn plan of the workshop. Which is the quickest way to Santa's office? Your gaze wanders over the floor plan. As always, you're amazed at how huge the building is. So many rooms. Suddenly you stop. What did Benno actually mean by locking mechanism? You muse. The words don't really mean anything to you. Dimly, you remember a safety training course where there was talk of emergency situations in which all the doors of the workshop would automatically lock. That's right. And there would be hidden clues in each room with which to open the doors again. It was some kind of safety precaution, and you just had to know how to read the clues. However, as far as you can remember, this complete lockdown has never happened before. It's quite possible that this is just one of the countless stories that colleagues like to tell each other when the nights are long and dark.
Or not.
You lean wearily against the wall, partly to ensure you can find a foothold again if the tremors return, but also because you suddenly feel responsibility weighing heavy on your shoulders. It is of the utmost importance that you find out what is happening here. In the end, even Christmas could be at stake. Even if this quake doesn't damage or even destroy the workshop, things will be tight with the delivery of gifts this year. Christmas could be a big disappointment worldwide. You must find Santa. You take a deep breath. In situations such as this, you like to rely on your gut feeling, and that tells you that first of all, you should strengthen yourself so that you are prepared for the challenges ahead. Resolutely, you steer your steps towards the pantry. Are you ready? Then continue reading the calendar page, 1st December, and begin the first riddle.
Delphia says it's nice to know that even if the elves don't pay attention to the required work training videos.
I mean, this is not going to happen. Come on. A fire on the South Pole? Come on. That's not going to happen.
Well, when you got all these candles and everything.
I mean, it's just a precaution. Am I right? Am I right? No.
Watch the video.
Sunfall says, yeah, I'm really curious as to how long their ladder safety video is. Ladder safety and you.
It's gotta be
You get the little sound in the background.
one of those Lost training videos.
Like from the 1957?
Yeah, like Lost.
Does Lost have safety videos?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's a big thing.
I did not see those.
It's a big thing. But you haven't seen Lost.
I haven't seen Lost. I have. I've tried twice. It wasn't for me.
So good.
So, anyway. Definitely
Gotta find Santa.
gotta find Santa. If you're not intrigued by now, you need to check your Christmas spirit.
Yeah.
Because
I have an advent calendar.
that's right.
Hello.
And puzzles.
Well, yeah.
Right.
I like that you have a daily puzzle. That's
Right.
Fun. That's a fun thing.
That's fun.
Yeah.
And it's really interesting to open these up. And who knows what toys are inside.
I want to know.
You might have to arrange things a certain way. You might have to use things in addition with the storybook to find out how things are. There's always, and whatever you have in that door is going to give you some sort of clue. And as you can see, there is already a number 1 right here.
I think we're going to go to that.
We did not do this one, but this is the one that you open.
Okay.
Whoa. Because there's a 1 on it. There's a 1 on it. Probably going to open that one.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I'll have to solve the mystery of where my Christmas spirit is. So, if you want to find Heroic Logic's missing Christmas spirit, check out the Exit Advent Calendar, The Silent Storm.
Yeah.
From Cosmos.
Can't wait to play.
And there you have it. So, if you enjoyed this introduction to this game and you want some game teaches and playthroughs, check out our YouTube channel at youtube.com at BoardGamerSteph. And you can check us out on twitch.tv/BoardGamerSteph every Wednesday and Sunday night at 5 p.m. Central, where we stream through 3 games every single stream. So come join us on Twitch, where we play all the games.
And for those on Twitch, we will be right back.